I'm here to do some pick a card readings for y'all, or pick a deck readings. So welcome to the channel. If you guys want a personal private reading, the link to my website is below. And also, I do offer spells and rituals that work. So you guys can contact me for a consultation for that. Okay, so we're going to do some pick a card third party readings. These were actually requested. And we are going to look at people that are in third party situations, relationships. Um, you guys know that I always say don't ever allow yourself to be an option. Always be number one. But then again, that's just me because I'm just not one of those type of humble people like that. That's just Jamila, okay? Anyway, but I'm going to do these because, even the best of us can find ourselves in a third party situation, um, whether or not it's good, bad, or indifferent, okay? Hello, Trinity. Hello, good evening. So basically, what you guys can do is you guys can take a couple of minutes to pick a deck. And I am going to give you guys a couple of minutes here for you guys to choose which deck that you want. You can choose um, the Witch's Tarot deck. You can choose the Legacy of the Divine Tarot, or you can choose the Deviant Moon Tarot deck. Okay. And so they do have different keys on them. Here's one key if this is what will draw you to make a decision. Okay, here is the second key. And then here is the third key. Okay. Keep in mind that these are general readings. Pick a card readings are actually very eerily accurate, though. Okay. And so if you guys need to, if you're watching through the playback, you guys can pause it. Or actually, if you're watching live, you can pause it and choose the deck that you want real quick. Also, make sure that you guys subscribe and hit that thumbs up if you don't mind. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm going to go from the middle to the back to the forward. So we're going to start with the Legacy of the Divine Tarot. And so I'm going to move these two decks out of the way. So if you chose this deck, let's take a look at what Spirit has to say about your third party situation. Okay. All right. We're going to call to Spirit Guides. What messages do you have? So we're going to currently look at the situation, spirits, for January, February, for whoever is watching this I was about to say this movie, this reading. What is the situation going on with the third party for whoever chose this deck? Okay. Okay, so what I can sense is that if you chose this deck, this is somebody that you have a very deeply involved relationship with this person. This is a person that you feel is your fate and your destiny to be with. Definitely feel as though there is a third party interfering that is a fire sign, which could be an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. Hold on a second, y'all. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Ooh, look at the orbs. So this is a third party where there seems to be first of all, there is talk of marriage, of being together forever, but there is a third party that seems to be interfering that is not wanted in the situation. I feel like this Knight of Wands in the reverse position is a forceful type of energy that seems to be interfering all the time. The Page of Wands is saying that there are a lot of rumors, as well as you can see lies, and this person just looks extra aggressive in the situation, totally changing things. And a lot of you guys are really upset because you're feeling like, why are you doing this? Why are you allowing this person to interfere with our fate, with our destiny? We are meant to be together. What is going on? So it looks like it's really a turbulent situation where this person will not back off. So this is not like a love triangle. This is a third party interfering and totally messing up the energy in the relationship that you're dealing with. So spirits, if you are watching this, you are either a fire sign, but you could be earth or air. I'm sensing fire, earth, or air. Okay. So if you chose this deck, you may be allowing this person to interfere in the situation, causing a lot of negativity. Okay. So I got to get on you. You know, you can't just sit and believe everything somebody tells you. So I want to ask spirits, because we're doing a you versus them. Okay. So this is kind of like you, and then this is them from what I can read in the deck. It seems like there is a mediator. This energy tends to come in to try to balance out the situation. This also could be a child that is speaking in the situation, that is, maybe getting in the situation so that they can mediate it for whoever you are that is watching this. Spirits, what messages do you have for, I guess you could say, the person that is questioning the situation versus the third party? Okay. So we want to look at you first. How does the person that is in the middle, the Page of Wands also seems like the person that seems to be the center of the attention. They're the center of the attention. They're the ones in the middle. So this is your significant other. Page of Wands is telling me that also. And they are in the upright position, which means that Spirit is telling me that they are being 100% honest with you about the situation. Okay. Yeah, this is a direct case of a situation to where it's like the person wants, whoever this is that's in the middle, they want to be with you, but you don't believe them. You believe the other person, which is sad. It's very sad. Spirits, what messages do you have for the other person? How do they feel? What do you want them to know about the person that's in the middle of this situation? Okay. Okay. So the first thing that stands out to me is that they feel very betrayed. They feel betrayed because you are not being clear about the situation. Some of y'all, like I said, air and fire. Remember I said that, look at all these air cards. You got the Queen of Swords in the reverse position. You are not seeing this situation clearly. Like, you really need to stop letting people get in your head and create this terrible burden. They are not moving forward with you in the situation. They're not necessarily putting a lot of energy into it because it just creates a lot of burden for them. It creates a lot of burden. The reason why these cards are inverted, in particular the Eight of Wands, is because the person is not moving forward because the situation is creating way too much burden. They don't understand why you don't believe them. They're very confused about that. And so they feel extremely betrayed. They are questioning the relationship altogether because of your lack of trusting them or having faith in them. This is a case where some of you guys are in relationships with people, and for some reason you are accusing them of cheating and they're not, and they feel betrayed. They're like, you should know what's going on, but you don't. And, it's really creating a lot of struggle for them, a lot, to the point where they're really ready to let it go. But then again, they're not ready to let it go because, it seems like things are very, very toxic and very, very negative. Now, I do sense a group, some kind of group of people that is surrounding the situation that does seem to make it a little bit more toxic. And it seems like this is a negative cycle that should have been over a long time ago that is not over yet. Hello, Patricia Finley. Hit that thumbs up, guys. So the person wants to be with you, but for some reason you've kind of, whoever you are that's watching this, like, you keep accusing them, like, you keep accusing them. Let's look at the third party. Let's look at the third party and see what's going on. Spirits, what messages do you have about the third party? So what Spirit is telling me is that there is no competition. Like, you need to stop competing. There's no need for you to necessarily compete with this person, okay? For whoever chose this particular deck, okay? So we got the Four of Wands in the reverse position. This is that person's ex, and they are, that Faith card in the reverse position means that one of the primary reasons that, and so I want to say this to the person in the middle because there's three people involved, okay? That person is using spiritual work. This is either an ex, this can be an ex, or somebody that has some kind of love interest. There's definitely some entanglement. I can see another party. This person is either Taurus, Libra, or it could be a fire sign individual. And they are sort of playing around with the situation, is what I can tell you. And then also I feel like this person is out for revenge, is what the Justice card tells me. However, the reason why the situation is so up and down and crazy is because this person is using black magic. This person is using some kind of esoteric knowledge to attach themselves to your situation with this person. Okay? You already know how your significant other feels about you, which is why this is not about feelings. This is all about head game and head work. Specifically for this particular reading, this is a third party interest or love interest that simply wants to interfere just because they just want to interfere. They're very childish. Now, if this is a third party that your significant other used to be involved with, the situation is over and they don't want to let it go. So basically, it's been over for at least 4 to 10 years. And this person just does not want to let the situation go. They are using, actually, and I can see another person. It's not that they even want the third party. It's just that they don't want anybody else to have them. Or it could be that they just like to tear down and destroy. Okay. Now, I'm already knowing what the advice is going to be in this situation, is that there needs to be some spiritual work done to banish and to bind this person, and some reversal work is even needed because the situation is all jacked up because of this person and what they're doing. Okay, I definitely can sense jealousy. I can definitely sense, the person just in general. It's not about desire. It's all about conquering. It's not about love at all. Okay, it's all about either conquering or having a notch under their belt. Some kind of, perverted situation. And this actually happens a lot. But see, here's the thing. A lot of people are actually in denial about what effects spiritual work can have, even religious spiritual work. Because, see, we got the Hierophant that comes up. That means that this person is using some kind of biblical magic. They using the Bible. They're hoodooing people. They're telling a lot of lies. They're using a lot of glamour, but the situation is not real. You, as the person that is looking at this reading, that's wondering, how does my significant other feel about this person? They don't have no feelings, but your head is being played with and toyed with, and you can't control it. Okay, I can sense headaches, body aches, frequent sicknesses. Then there's even some energy harvesting that is being done. But the Ten of Swords in the reverse position is telling me that you are totally in denial about the situation. You need to seek some spiritual help for that. Okay, and you should not be able to, I mean, it's almost like a form of mind control. You know, when people are doing head work, it's mind control. Okay. All right, we're gonna move on to the second deck. Hello, Barbara. Hello. Can y'all hit that thumbs up, please? Thank you. So if you chose the Witch's Tarot deck, okay, here's your key. If you chose the Witch's Tarot deck, Spirit Guide, show me what is the current situation that's going on with this third party for those that chose this particular deck. Okay, what is going on? What is happening in the situation? Current, past, or in the future, or just the general energies, just general information so that I can read the current situation. Thank you. For January, February 2022. Okay, so you got an air sign, you got an earth sign, definitely a third party involvement. For this one, what I can sense directly is that this is a third party that is somehow financially connected to the situation, which is making things very complicated. I feel that this is a third party situation where the person used to have feelings for the person, and I feel like they are friends. Like if you chose this deck, your significant other is still friends with their ex, which is a problem. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Exes do that because they simply want to interfere. I can sense either an air or an earth energy that is very controlling, wants to control everything, very narcissistic. Okay. If this person has issues in their current situation, they want that person to be kind of hanging on it, like on a string. And so you may be a third party that chose this, that is an earth sign person, and you may have genuine love with this person, but this person is interfering. Also, the third party interference could be baby daddy, baby mama, child support, palimony situation. Okay, so there's money involved in the situation, which is complicating things even further. Okay, um, I feel like if you're looking at this, you're in a third party situation where your current does care about this person, but the problem is that they interfere with everything with that person's life. Even is making decisions on who your current significant other can be with. And so right now, I feel like currently, if you chose this particular deck, there's literally you losing in the situation, but you want that person back. Okay, you want them back because you probably care about them or love them. Okay, so spirits, what messages do you have for the person, I guess the third party that's wondering what's going on, the person in the situation that is looking at this reading, wondering what's going on, wondering how they feel? What messages do you have for them about this situation? Okay, see, King of Pentacles comes up in the reverse position. Very narcissistic person. Um, and I feel like the person that you're dealing with is kind of narcissistic as well. Okay. All right. So there's good news. That person does want to marry you. They want to be with you. They do. So a lot of you guys have been wondering, do they want to be with me, because you're not sure. So this is a totally different situation than the first deck. They do want to be with you. They're happy to be with you. However, you can tell that with the Six of Wands in the reverse position, that they seem to be sacrificing the relationship, at least for now. They do have plans on getting back with you. It is very frustrating for you because you're like, if you don't want me, don't talk to me, leave me alone. You're ready to walk away from the situation, and they won't let you walk away from the situation. Um, I personally, like, I don't want to say personally, what spirit is telling me is that this person needs to, they definitely need to get themselves together, because they are sacrificing their happiness for bullcrap. And, you know, it's one of those situations to where it's about status or whatever, some kind of status, but there really isn't any status, because you know, it's almost like a situation to where I've got to deal with this because of, and then I can see children. I can see children. You may even be dealing with a married person that literally the marriage was a marriage of convenience. It was a marriage of, it wasn't really based in, you know, it wasn't necessarily meant to be, but you can tell that the situation was like a trap. Okay, so some of you that chose this deck, the person may be married and they're promising that they're going to divorce that person, which from what I can see, they will. But what are you supposed to do? Sit around and wait for the rest of your life? So a lot of y'all are wondering, why am I sitting here waiting? And you are wondering if they want you, if they do have feelings for you. They do. However, they have either other responsibilities. Then also, I feel like the third party may not even be a love interest at all. The third party could be a friend, a brother, a uncle, a aunt. Specifically, for some reason, what I can sense is that this person is sort of subservient to family. This happens a lot. Okay, it's when somebody says, nope, I don't like this person, you can't be with them, and then they're kind of stuck on the in between. So this may not even be a love interest or a sexual love interest or a romantic interest at all. This could be somebody that's family. Now, I've seen this happen. This person is like either the golden child of the family, to where they have to, it's almost like they're the slave of the family. And they sort of was programmed that way. That's why the Queen of Swords comes up, because some of y'all that are watching this reading, y'all are an air sign or an earth sign, and you're thinking, what is going on? Like, for example, they spent the holidays with family members. They didn't spend the holidays with you. You're their love interest that they've been dating, but they spent it with their family, like actual family members, on some childish stuff. So it's really a situation for some of y'all where the person does need to grow up and break free of that. And I've actually seen this dynamic happening a lot. Now we're going to look at this third party and what's going on with that, because I can see a couple of different situations and scenarios going on with this. Like I said, these are general readings. Okay. Spirit, show me the third party. What messages do you have about the third party? Okay, you see that? You see? Very clear. Very, very clear, isn't it? About the third party. The Hermit comes up again. I said they were an earth sign. Could be an air sign, Aquarius. I feel like for this one, for a majority of you guys, this is a parent or a family member. And this person is very, very clearly trying to use your significant other to replace a lover. They're scared of the world. They don't want to get out there. I can definitely see an older person. Whenever the hermit comes up, this is an elder or an older person. This person wants to be the center of attention. Could be your significant other's mother or their father, even their father. Okay. Now, the star card comes up, does let me know that this person does seem to have um, some kind of health problem during January or February. But what does that have to do with you having a relationship? Now, the magician in the upright position does show me that this person is very manipulative and may even be using esoteric knowledge or witchcraft to control and dominate the situation. Okay. Now, another thing that I can see is that very clearly is that if you're dealing with a third party love interest, this person doesn't, they don't, it's no love. I feel like your partner does not love that person, but rather they are being controlled and dominated by them. So they don't actually feel no real love for them. You know what I'm saying? In fact, they're sick of it, and you can bet your last $5 that that situation is getting ready to end completely. The hanged man is in the reverse position. So this person is definitely waking up to what is happening in the situation, because this can be very devastating for a lot of people. I don't know why this dynamic mainly happens to certain groups, certain ethnic groups for some reason. It's very bizarre. Definitely can sense some Oedipus complex with it, but it's non-sexual. Um, Also, another thing, if this is a third party love interest, I feel like if your partner is a bit on the narcissistic side, this person definitely does appeal to their narcissistic side, but I feel like they're not, I mean, everybody has a little bit of narcissism in them. They're definitely using black magic. They're using magic on that person. Okay. So that's the reason why the situation is what it is. It's totally false. A lot of y'all, the partner that you're dealing with, they are either air, earth, fire, or water. They are turning away from this person. They are. They are turning away from this person. They're starting to wake up and see exactly what's going on. They waking up and they smelling the coffee. So a lot of y'all that are wondering, damn, do I have to wait forever? Am I just going to be hanging on by a string? No. It is going to be a situation that is going to come up in sometime February, March of 2022, to where the situation is going to have a complete turnaround and this person is going to walk away because they can see exactly what they're trying to do. Okay. And I feel like for some of you, this is a long-term situation, 3 to 6 years at least, years of this going on. And this person is finally going to walk away because, and see, the thing of it is that even when they walk away, this person, they're not going to give up. They're going to go back to their practitioner. Either they're going to go back to their altar and they're going to try to throw daggers. They are going to try to throw daggers in the situation. Okay. Because they've been keeping control over this person financially. And so there's been a lot of arguing going on. Also, if the third party is a love interest, they are not talking to that person. The hermit lets me know that there is no involvement. Okay. However, the third party, what they are doing is they are sending you the energy and the information that they are, but there's nothing going on between the two of them. And so, but the magician is being very clear on the situation. And see, people can either manipulate with magic, or either some people are just very good with manipulation. Okay. And they're using some very powerful magic on this person. The star in the upright position with the magician. Okay. And so a lot of you guys have been trying, you know, what you're doing is going to work, but your significant other, they're the ones that had to see the situation. This is, now I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on right now. This is usually the case in 50 to 60% of third party relationships. This is the same thing over and over again. It's the same story, different day, different person. Okay. So that's why it's but that's exactly what's going on. Also, if you guys think that the third party is a love interest, the third party is not a love interest. The third party is simply somebody that is using this esoteric knowledge to make it seem like there's a third party, but there's actually not a third party. Okay. So you've been getting told, or either you've been getting these, especially if you're somebody that is very, very, because I feel like whoever you are, you're very intuitive, but you've been getting these messages in your head that, oh, it's a third party. Oh, they're, kind of, okay. So if y'all ever saw that movie Monster-in-Law, if y'all ever seen that movie Monster-in-Law, this is the same thing. Do you remember when the mother-in-law, she actually invited um, her son's ex? She invited her son and his fiance over, but then she invited his ex over so that she could cause problems and sabotage. So this is exactly the energy of this person. Hey, SC, hello. Hello. Okay. So the advice I feel, because a lot of you guys are really, you're kind of done with it. But it is sad when, like, don't let that kind of energy win. I hate that. I like to see the lovers win. Don't let that energy tear your relationship apart with this person, because y'all got something special. And so basically what happens, what spirit can see happening very clearly, is that this person is going to return to you to propose marriage to you, but you're going to be like, I'm angry, I'm mad. And it's like, but the reason why you're angry and mad is because so much negativity has been put into your subconscious on the situation, and you can't allow that person to control you. I mean, all of these cards is leading to that, especially this magician card being next to the hanged man card. This is somebody that just wants to control and dominate, and they very bitter, you know what I'm saying? And they just, especially if it's an elder, because they feel like, well, I didn't have real love in my life. Why should you? Okay. Or if it's somebody's ex, because I do see a third party attachment, an ex involved from like eons ago. This person, it hasn't found love, but it's a reason why they haven't found love, because they don't, it's kind of like their heart isn't in the right place. Okay. So I feel that if you chose this pile, you really need to work on yourself, and you really need to know the truth about the situation. You need to know the truth. Okay. A lot of y'all need to know the truth about it, because it's a lot of y'all are just, a lot of y'all are even turning bitter. Don't let that black magic turn you bitter. Okay. Don't do that. Get you a cleanse so you can see clearly. Okay. All right. Okay. So I have a question about what's the difference on third party attachment. Um, it would depend on the situation. Third party attachments can, what I'm seeing quite often is people that want to be a third party interference, they will use black magic. Now, sometimes it can be a spirit attachment. that could be attached to you. I'm kind of not understanding your question, but there could be somebody that is a third party that is attached to the situation. I don't, you said what's the difference on third party attachment? You're going to have to reword that question. I'm going to move on to this last deck though, which is the Deviant Moon Tarot. So did you choose this deck? All right, spirits, what messages do you have for, give me some information about what's currently going on, what's in the past, what's in the future. What are the energies surrounding the third party situation for whoever chose the Deviant Moon Tarot deck? Okay. All right, so I can already see what's up with this one. Okay, so your situation, what I can see is that this other person is in love with somebody else, straight up and down. Okay. But we'll examine the situation further. Yeah. Somebody has walked away from the situation. Spirit is saying that it's a situation that you don't need to involve yourself with anymore. A lot of y'all who chose this deck, there doesn't seem to be much hope in the situation. If you came to me to get a consultation, I would not do love work because I'm ethical. I would tell you to walk away. Okay. Now, a lot of y'all that chose this deck, and I already know what I'm going to see, is that you're not really in love with that person. You're kind of like you want what you can't have. Straight up and down. You're either air, fire, or water. And then also, I feel that if you chose this deck, you need to work on yourself because I feel like if you chose this deck, you caught feelings in a situation that you shouldn't have, but I feel like they're false feelings. Okay. Feel like it's false feelings. Now, if this reading doesn't resonate for you, then if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Okay. But I feel like this is where, you're involved with the third party situation, but that person wants to be with somebody else. Okay. And they seem to have walked away. Spirits, what messages do you have for the inquirer? That's the word I was looking for in this third party situation. How does that person feel about them? What's the situation? Give me as much information as possible. If it's a situation that you just need to walk away from and abandon ship, there's always help for you out there. Okay, because that person is very much involved with someone else and they've moved on. And they're pretty much happy where they're at, is from what I can sense, okay? See that King of Wands reversed, okay? And then we got the Three of Pentacles upright. We got the King of Pentacles upright. We got the Queen of Swords, see? Yeah, see, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of y'all that chose this deck, you really need to start self-critiquing yourself. You need to start looking at self. These are spirit guides that are telling you you're basically going to waste your life dealing with this situation. You are, please get some spiritual help for it because, and you may even be this person's ex, but they moved on. Either it wasn't meant to be. And this is what I want to tell you. A lot of y'all for the past 3 to several years, y'all been going and paying practitioners too. Y'all been going and paying practitioners and it's led to some instability in your life. You may need to let this person go. If I threw these cards on you and you came to me and you said, Jamila, I want this person back, I would tell you, I'm not going to take your money, but what I will do is I will help you cut the cord and leave this situation alone. Okay. Even if this person has children with you, there are, and see, this is something that people, are not necessarily understanding. is that children does not equal a guaranteed relationship. It's not about how it should be. You have to look at the world the way that it is. You have to look at the situation the way that it is. And it is what it is. And so I feel like a lot of males chose this pile too, or a lot of fire sign women who are just like, y'all need to, I'm sorry, I've got to critique you. Okay. And I do feel that if you are heavily involved with that person, that, you need to more so embrace the situation so that you can properly co-parent, or so that the situation can be transmuted into something positive, because this thing has been blocking you and you're really not seeing things clearly. And see, this person that, just looking at their feelings, they're over the situation. They have moved on. Okay, thank you, SC. They've moved on completely. Okay, doesn't matter how long you hold on, because you seem to be holding on, and it's to the point where it's getting to the point where what I can sense is a lot of strife, a lot of problems, a lot of struggle is arising out of the situation. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. That person does not want to be with you. They don't. Okay. And you just gonna have to accept it. And don't be threatening to kill the messenger. Okay. Thank you, SC. Let's look at the other person that you're comparing yourself to. And see, here's the whole thing. Whoever you are, you look at the situation as some kind of competition, but I get the sense that whoever it is that you're talking about, especially if they a water sign person, they don't care how much money you got. They'll be fine without that. So you like, well, it don't make no sense because that person got, you don't know what that person has. You don't even know where these people live. Like, you've been ostracized. You've been sort of shut out of the situation completely, because you've been, causing some problems. And see, I feel that right now at the moment, a lot of you guys with this King of Wands in the reverse position, that you're basically just sacrificing everything, and you're going to end up, just about that karmic life, to where, you're losing your status because of it. You're losing that status. And a lot of you guys need to let it go. Okay. Whoever that King of Wands is on you, that's a very, very bad spirit to be in. Okay. Spirits, what messages do you have about the third party, the other party in this situation? Okay. See. Okay. So from what I can see, the third party is definitely your ex. And it's, or it could either be your ex, or this is the third party that you're looking at. Whoever they are, they definitely do have their claws in this person. What makes me, because let me look at the feelings, because I feel like whoever you are, you're sort of stuck on how somebody feels about another person. um how does this person feel about the third party? Yeah, they've completely, I feel like they are stuck on that person. And and then also with the Tower card coming up, that represents fate and destiny. Okay. So even if it's not meant for them to be with them forever, it's meant for them to be with them right now, or however long they're supposed to be with them. Okay. It may not even be forever. Oh, yeah, they in love with them. They love them. They want to be with them. Okay. And they're planning on marrying that person. And it's something that you need to let go of. Okay. They're actually planning on marrying that third party if you chose this deck. So they're definitely in love and very happy with that person. And From what I can see, because a lot of you, and you know what? I, I don't mean to be cold-blooded about it, but it's something that it's a harsh truth that needs to be faced. And sometimes you just have to face it. A lot of y'all are thinking, well, is that person thinking about me? And they're not. In fact, the relationship with you was so bad, like the connection between the two of you was so bad that they tend to avoid thinking about you. And it's a very, very negative situation that is, it doesn't seem to be able to fix itself. So this person does seem to be in love with this person. While you can see that they do have issues, because there does seem to be some issues in the situation, but you can tell that whatever the situation is, they're willing to deal with it. Okay, because there does seem to be real genuine love. And then also by this Eight of Swords, this person is definitely stuck on this third party and they're not leaving. Okay, they in love. They out on the limb. Y'all ever hear that Tina Marie song? You see how they out on the limb? This is a very powerful love card. Yeah, they not gonna get over it. They not. And they're very attached to this other person. Okay. For whatever reason. For whatever reason. You see this Eight of Wands? That means that they want them really bad. And then they're also willing to fight over them. They're willing to fight. They're willing to put in as much energy as possible that they need to move forward with this person. Okay. All right. Now, again, these readings are general readings. So if you feel like you don't agree with it, or if it doesn't sound like your situation, then, then you just want to let it fly because it doesn't apply. But from what I can see for at least these readings, may I suggest a private reading? You guys can visit my website to get more clarity because your situation may be different. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming again. Hit that thumbs up and I will see y'all at the next one. Okay. You're very welcome. Blessings.